Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another daily video. A couple of days ago we already talked about how the Journos 2 developers NeoWiz, who also made the game Lies of P, amazing, they retracted the censorship of the game Journos 2. And obviously there are already people that are, well, they don't like that because reasons. But yeah, let's dive in. Press like for Cat. She's up there again, not on her chair. But yeah, let's dive in. We have this by The Escapist. I don't remember when I visited this page the last time. I honestly do not know. Journos 2 fans got so irate over gooning censorship, the developers have walked it back. Yeah, first of all, written by Joel Loins. I think that is how you pronounce the last name. So, whenever we have articles like this, I like to look into the person who writes this. Oh, sorry, you don't see it. Let me just do it like this. So, Joel, contributor. Joel is a freelance writer who bounces back and forth between different websites. His fascination with how games are actually made and his love of bad video games has driven him. Oh my god. Of bad video games? Yeah, you're on the wrong business, my friend. Has driven him to write about the industry for over a decade. He was previously e-commerce editor and deputy tech editor at Dexerto. Yeah, that makes sense. And has appeared in PC Gamer, PC Games N, and Read Write. Yeah, that fits the bill, doesn't it? But then again, maybe you should do something about that. There is this specific Reddit group for you. Maybe you should look into that one. But also, I do like how he uses words. I have to give him credit for that. With irate, this is a word we don't see much. So, irate, feeling or characterized by great anger. Yeah, that wasn't it, man. It wasn't. It just wasn't. Whatever you try to say, Joel, there are probably a handful of people, maybe a couple of hundred people that were angry at this, but mostly it was probably just disappointment because video games are still a form of escape. Ironic, isn't it, escapist? And also, why shouldn't we like what we're looking at? I also like a very well-made dish before I eat it, because in Germany we say, das Auge isst mit, the eye eats with you, basically. Because, again, a beautiful dish is just pleasing to look at, and if I'm looking at a game, I also want things that are pleasing to the eye. Yeah, why don't you? Is it maybe... Oh, sorry, you don't see him again. Maybe it's because he doesn't get laid or whatever. I don't know. I've absolutely no idea. Maybe women aren't looking at him, but maybe that's just his character. I don't know. Journos 2 has landed itself in the maddening circle of rakes as its announcement that it'll be complying with requests of censorship over the weekend. Of course, this drew player ire and in an emergency stream this morning walked it back slightly. No, they didn't walk it back slightly. They redacted everything, as far as I'm aware of. But complying. Yeah. The news comes as Journos 2 has been blocked from releasing on Steam, and storefronts have begun to crack down on games with sexual content, which, by the way, also doesn't make any sense. There are TD games on Steam, and this is an anime game. Yeah, I hope you can see the fault of this, or rather the hypocrisy of this. There are also player concerns that particular countries, namely the United Kingdom, I just wanted to say UK, have begun to cause issues with the game over the Online Safety Act, which seeks to reduce access to adult content online by children by implementing a facial recognition system. It has been massively unpopular. Oh boy, I do wonder why. But yeah, let's just ask Keir Starmer's Bikini Pigs. In Browners 2's case, the team at NeoWiz has listed what needs a rework, including characters and skins. One character, Rifithia, appears underage, which she isn't. I looked into that one. Characters Ro and Sayer were also listed, with decisions to censor them stemming from age-inappropriate styling and abusive situation framing respectively, which also it wasn't. Another character, Therese, has been aged up by swapping the school uniform concept for an older-looking office fit. Yeah, because on Halloween, I don't see ladies in their 30s and their 40s in school uniforms. Never. No. I've never seen this. I don't see this on other costume parties. No, never. Yeah, right, because ladies in their 30s and 40s and 50s don't like to feel young again. No. And yeah, well, there is also the concept of guys that like to look at, again, ladies in their 30s, 40s, and 50s in a school uniform. Or rather, in any kind of uniform. Doesn't have to be a school uniform. But yeah, why do you think nurse outfits are so popular? Why do you think flying attendants? Stewardess? We just say stewardess in Germany. I forgot the English terminology for that one. Doesn't matter. Flight attendant. Yeah, stuff like that. It's just the uniform that is appealing. Police uniforms. Those fake ones. Why do you think those are so attractive? Because it has something. On top of this, it was announced that the minigame Slap Slap Pop, okay, I've read this a couple of times and I honestly don't know what it does, would be changed or removed due to the depictions that could be interpreted as abusive. Okay, what is abusive about it? Will you tell us? The minigame involves the player slapping the butt of a character in time with a rhythm game. I mean, why not? And this is also, again, probably because, and I've said this again and again, of people that are visually unattractive, their characters are unattractive, and they don't have a butt worthy to be slapped. And they don't want others to feel this joy, basically. I mean, yeah, it's a pixel character, but there is still some joy, some enjoyment taken out of it. And man, I'm sorry, it's way too early again. My coffee is not kicking in. But then again, if they look like... Wait. I'm showing this again and again, but I just like it. There are women out there who look like this. The Warhammer Old World Swamp Hag, Troll Hag, and, oh, River Troll Hag. Yeah, she had a couple of names over the years. So, whenever they look like this, they don't want other attractive characters in video games because they can't be as attractive. They see video game characters that are attractive as opponents. They are the enemy because they cannot compete with this. They just can't. And that makes them angry. And so they want to get rid of it. This is also one of the reasons why the Witcher spin-off series and the Lara Croft Tomb Raider Netflix series is made by the same woman. Wait, Lara Croft Netflix creator. And Yeah, there she is. I do wonder why. I usually don't like to talk about people's visual appearance because there is a reason why I say hello, my beautiful friend, in my intro, because I see something beautiful in every person. However, their character, this is what makes them unappealing. It's just as simple as that. But yeah, she ruined Tomb Raider on Netflix and she ruined the Witcher spin off series. So, refunds and apology prices. Initially, the developers apologized by offering refunds for the affected content. Now, all players will be compensated with 2,000 diamonds per costume, totaling 16,000 diamonds. This will be available until Wednesday. Okay, I don't know what this means. I don't know the currency of the game. If you own all 8 costumes, that's an additional 16,000 diamonds or 2,000 per affected costume. However, those seeking refunds will only acquire 13,400. If the player has fully upgraded, it'll refund that many. Okay. Brownless 2 developers balk at changes after weekend of angry fans. Yeah, I mean, it also makes sense because the fans are there for a reason. And if the fans are going away, guess what? They don't make money, Joel. What is the reason they make games? It's money. And also probably because they like the game themselves. They should like their own game. However, in the wake of a weekend of complaints, NeoWiz has walked most of its back. Walked most of this back. In the stream, the developer explained that it would now be moving to a peer region basis for the game. Which makes sense. I've already talked about this. I know it's not the same censorship, but this is my favorite example. You are not allowed to show skeletons in China. So whenever you have a game that's also being released in China, you have to censor skeletons, be it with a piece of cloth or just remove them, something like that. And if you are in the regional laws and you have to comply to them, that's fine. I still don't like it because it's still censorship, but that's fine. You have to agree with that one if you want to, well, publish a game in that region. In the emergency stream, the team explained that this would be the final decision on the matter. That includes not altering the costumes of the characters for the game worldwide. Instead, the team will now switch to dealing with each region as and when issues arise, which is the best way possible. From now on, we will follow a single principle, regionalized service provision instead of content modification. If we again encounter a situation where normal service is impossible without modifying content due to regulations in a specific country or platform, we will not choose to alter character designs. Beautiful. Thank you. Instead, we will separate policies by region through measures such as region limited promoting processing, service termination in that region, or operating separate modified builds. The fanbases online, like Reddit, aren't willing to take them at face value. It's likely the game will still implement its new ideals in the future updates. That is still possible to continue service in different regions. However, with the warning that service termination is in play, it could be that NeoWiz simply cuts a country off from the servers to avoid any further headaches. Yeah, but I would give them the benefit of the doubt right now because we don't have, as far as I'm aware of, any other reason to believe that they are going to be this malicious behind everyone's back. Brown Dust 2 is filled with content that isn't age appropriate. Yeah, that's why it's marked for adults. What are you talking about, Joel? And there are a lot of clashes on the culture side. The game is clearly not intended for kids. Wow. What? Are you sure? And isn't even advertised as such. So what are we even talking about? You are already killing your own argument. Still, a good portion of this feels like a quick 180 to ensure that the most vocal side of the player base doesn't abandon the game entirely. It is the side of the player base that pays. If the people are not paying, the game is dead. We have seen this with Concord, we will see this with Highguard, we will see this with Marathon, we have seen this with Dragon Age Whaleguard, we have seen this with Ghost of Yotei. Okay, that one made money. But who's talking about it? Is it still such a big deal like Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, I guess not. But it's also still really strange that players are irate over what does look like a child bride. Dude, this feels like projection right now. Holy crap. I'd be irate, he's using that word also way too often. I'd be irate that they're insisting on childlike characters and not something within the Guna player base age range. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. So then again, first of all, the characters are not underage. They're all above range. And whenever you have characters that are above average height, under average height, dude, there are people around that are shorter and that they are looking younger than they are. I know a woman in her mid-30s with 2 kids, married, and she's about 130 at height, and she looks really young, but she's still an adult in her mid-30s with 2 kids. And yeah, what are we even talking about? And then again, school uniform concept is not something that is restricted to young people. What is this? Yes, an older office look. This is, by the way, something for me. I do really like the older office looks in animes. But yeah, the school uniform concept. Again, nurses, flight attendants, police. What else is there? Military is also there. Also uniform. Great. Oh, what else? What else? I don't know. There are so many things. But then again, people who look like this are trying to get rid of all these attractive characters in video games. Just like Eve in Stellar Blade, which is a fantastic game, has great combat, has a good story. It's not the best story, but it's still a good story. But the combat, man, oh, the combat is peak. And the game is so much fun. Oh my god, the music. But yeah, maybe Joel, again, go there. Oh, sorry, I forgot, I just saw the tab. We're not going to go through this article, I just saw this one. It's basically the same. Guna Gacha game abandons Steam launch after refusing to make changes. Written by Kenneth Shepard. What are you hiding under your beanie, Kenneth? Is it this as well? Maybe? We don't know. And honestly, I do not care to look it up. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And if you know a little bit more of uniforms that look great on people, be it man or woman, please let me know that one as well. But yeah, I will have the articles linked in the description box down below as always. Then, I forgot how to do an outro. Do all the things that make the dings. Like, subscribe, whatever you have to do. Oh my god, I really need to drink my coffee. Yeah, share video, YouTube restricted mode, turn that one off. Have a great day, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you later today. Well, no, later after this video, by the way, with Resident Evil 7 stream and Games Workshop's Warhammer preview, because we have this as of recording right now, 12 hours. Yeah, I'm excited for this. There is a lot. I just clicked on it. Where is it? Okay, there are a couple of things that we are really excited about. Apparently, Custodies, new ones. This is going to be Osiak Bone Reapers and maybe Ogres. Horus Heresy, I don't know. Blood Bowl, I don't know. But these two are the ones that I'm excited for. And if this is true, that there is a female Custodes in there, I'm going to be furious. But yeah, then again, have a great day, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you later. Bye, or tomorrow in the next video. Bye bye, bye, bye bye.